crap, I forgot what episode it is. Dang it.
No.
Hello everybody out there in the internet. Welcome to Aimless Babel Z episode. I don't know. I'll look it up in a minute. I'm Chris Adams and Taking Master, joined by...
Maniac 05
And Traptical.
and Captain Crunch.
Whatever.
Delicious.
It is.
Maybe? I don't know.
I'm a Raisin Bran person myself, so you know. No
Yeah,
thanks.
Crunch or original?
You're such an old person.
Whatever.
I like mine with Crunch berries. Although peanut butter's pretty decent.
He does become old man Tekken. Occasionally.
Our cereal didn't have delicious things in them. They had raisins instead.
Our
and you
cereal
like
had
it 'cause it
toys like
helps with
Happy
food.
Meals. They don't have that anymore. It's a sad time. But yeah, I looked it up. Episode 358.
Poo all the time. Regular. Every time you turned around, we were pooing. Poo everywhere for everybody. And then the toilets would say, "Please stop. Please let us live." And then we wore them like hats, according to Horizon Zero Dawn.
Okay, so yeah, what you been playing?
Awesome.
Some RRR, rapid release response stuff, and then
Yar.
So yeah, starting off with what you been playing. Final Fantasy VIII time. Where do
Yeah.
we pick up? So the garden battle is fresh, or is the garden battle has just begun, and we're all like, yeah, guys, we're gonna go over there and beat up on that sorceress lady and beat up on Zephyr and take him down. So we all jumped over there, and then I was like, whoa, there's doors. And they have locks and key cards. Oh no, it's gonna take a while. And it took a while because me and
Because
doors.
there are doors.
And so I'm still in that
Mortal
section. And then and there's a Cerberus thing, and I was like, hey, I'm here. I'm this evil dog thing. And I was like, oh, it's a Guardian Force. I don't think I ever got this one before, but I've got my handy 3G phone to look up strats on the fly at any time. It's great. And I did,
Not that,
and I beat
not
him.
particularly powerful. All he does is give you triple or double casting.
Well, I didn't know what that did before, so now I do. And I was like, oh, well, I know that now. And I got him. It's like, yeah, I got it, yes. So got him, got his card, and we will proceed to get the third key for the third door, and move on to the sweet boss battle at the end of, or I guess a boss battle. I don't know how sweet it is. At the end of Disc 2, because we're still at the end of Disc 2, then get to Disc 3, and they're 3/4 of the way, 75%. Man, I've been playing this game for a long time. I don't know how long it's been, but I've been playing this game for a long time, and man, Final Fantasy VIII, you're a long game, because I've been playing this on my Vita for months, and I should have just not played the card game, because man, that totally, I looked at my time on the game at 40 hours or something, I was like, wow, I am just doing very terrible right now. It's if I'm 2 discs in, there's 2 more discs, that's if there's 40 more hours, they're just me playing cards, it's and I duplicate double the time. I just made this game way longer, and it's this is probably not an 8-hour game, but I just sat down and was like, let me play this card game, oh, it's so fun, and it's a trap. Anybody listening out there, don't play the card game. I mean, you can play it, but you can go back after you finish the main game and be like, oh, yeah, that's, yeah, alright. And, don't inflate your time like I did, because I kind of regret it, but hey, whatever. I'm moving on, so it's fine. Slowly but surely. And then besides that, oh man, I played a lot of games, and I finished some games this week. So let's get to it. Let's start with the worst, to just get out of the way. F that D game, Destiny. Ugh. F it.
F it in the D.
So, are you done?
Traptical.
Actually, I was surprised that Zaffra was he's done with the game, and I was like, I sort of thought that rating would continue for the foreseeable future. Not really sure why, but that's what it seemed like.
Wait, who's done? I'm not done.
Oh, you're not done?
No.
So you're still going to raid on Tuesdays?
Yes. Even though
So
everybody was in some weird dancing circle around me in the tower, and they're like, you can't leave us, Tekken, one of us. It was super weird for a second. I should use my facepalm emo and share buttoned it. But
That
I
was
didn't.
about that was about Destiny 2.
Yeah, it was. It was weird. It's super weird.
One of us. One of
I was like,
us.
no, this isn't happening. So F you guys in that effing game because I have way better things to do with my life, and I've spent like 5,000 hours in this game, and I could have been like doing it to like do other things. It's like, man, if I made a list, I could
Sure, you
like
don't
learn how to
mean
draw. I could have
definitely
like worked out, gotten like better shape. Not that I'm in like terrible shape or anything. Whatever. Could
he's
have
in terrible shape, guys.
could
He
have
just admitted it.
learned some martial arts. Could have what else?
That is pretty insane. They say it takes 10,000 hours to become proficient in something.
Oh, well, I could have been halfway proficient then. That's
Yeah.
Could have learned to cook because man, these two have given me so much grief
They
about that
probably should have.
over the years of the podcast.
Probably should
Oh, Dagan, you know how to do that? You know, it's like no, I don't. Okay, it's like a bowl of cereal. Boom, I'm good. Peanut butter jelly,
about-
some bread, jelly
it's
peanut butter.
about-
Boom, I'm good. Some pizza,
It's
throw
about
it in the
living
oven.
better.
Boom, I'm good.
It's about knowing how to not die because you're nourishing yourself with proper nutrition.
Microwave bowl, yes or no? If it's yes, yes. If no, cannot do it. Whatever. Boom, I'm good. Oh, not dead yet. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying.
Bright side, he at least knows how to press buttons. So being a gamer has paid off.
Yep. Those 5,000 hours of Destiny taught him well.
Oh yeah, so I did like finally empty out my vault. So I took a bunch. Well, only the weapons. I'm gonna do the armor eventually, and then I have space because lately it's been like, oh man, I have all this stuff, but it keeps going to my postmaster because my inventory is full. So it's like whatever, just get rid of it. Tegan, you're never gonna use it. It's like you're right. I'm never gonna use a voice in my head. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's just like
Oh no,
getting
he
all
has
the
a
stuff-
voice in his head. He's insane.
getting all the stuff lined up to be usable and stuff. But yeah, that's that. Oh, and we totally kicked the crap out of Crota, so that was fun because it was Crota week, and we killed him like bunch with the sword. Then we went through Ball of Glass, and A-Star got the Myth class for the first time in like 3 years, and he was like, "Oh man, Myth class!" And there's like did this little dance. Yeah, it was weird.
You can watch it,
I didn't
or you
even-
can listen to
I
it.
did not know that was a thing, and then he started doing that, and I was like, "Whoa, okay, so calm down." But yeah,
Hey, that's kind of a big deal. The Mythic class was like super
yeah, 3 years ago
hard to get,
or 2 years ago,
and it was like so 2000 and late, like IPs would say.
It's kind of crazy to me, actually. Like I was telling my wife today, like, yeah, we've been playing this game for 3 years. Basically
Did
the
she ask you what
same
was wrong with
game.
you?
No, she was telling me that I wasn't a Viking because I was like,
Wait, what?
we went raiding on Tuesday. It's like, you're not a Viking. Anyway, but yeah, it's like, and people who have played like World of Warcraft or something like that have this sort of prolonged shared experience. But I guess, yeah, before Destiny, it's not something I've ever done.
It's actually kind of
In
cool
the same game.
for the raid thingy because like, when each one came out, you could just like tell how good we were at it. Because when like the orcs when we like did that one so good, or I mean like when we got to that encounter, because I mean like the final encounter, I guess I should say. Because like let's see, Crota was like, okay, how do we do this again? We had like we're a bit rusty, we're pretty rusty. And then All Glass, I think, was the next week, and it was like, oh, okay, like, normally we could do just fine, but then we have to, like, cleanse everybody and get everybody through the portal or whatever for the stupid challenge. So that was kind of cool. It was a new spin on it. And then, let's see, those two, and I think it was Orcs and then Axis. There's only 4 raids.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Orcs was cool because like, we were doing smooth, we were going smoothly, and then, like, we just lost too many people at the end. But it's like, it would have been a smooth run for, like, one and done. But it only took us two tries on that one. Because we killed him a lot. Like, that,
Yeah.
like, effing Taken King, we killed him a lot. That was a lot of, that just, like, brought back all the memories of, like, all the jobs I didn't get when, like, doing that the first time. I was like, oh, whatever. I'm not gonna say anything, but
All
yeah.
the old bugs.
And then that was great. It's like we could do that like backwards, blindfolded in our sleep. It's like we were so good, like so proficient at the Orcs encounter. Like we didn't even need like effing touch of malices. It was great. It's like we got this. Pfft, what a joke. And then Axis, man, that is like the true challenge raid of the game because man, still a challenge. That's all I'm gonna say. Because man, that is just such a challenge. Just to,
That was mostly practice, I think. Because, yeah, like everyone was saying, we'd only done that challenge maybe once or twice. I only remember doing it once, actually.
So yeah, that was fun. It's like okay, Axis, we will eventually be good enough to get you done on a good or pretty good basis. But for now, be happy that you're not like orcs where we just killed you over and over again. What else? I think I'm gonna whatever. That's Over Destiny. Got that game. Other stuff I played because I played way more stuff this week. After that, I jumped on the late shift, and man, I gotta say, I like that game. Really good. Like, it surprised me. I was like, man, this is... It, yeah, it's like, it's super weird. It's like, it's an interactive experience, but it's like okay, it made me want to, what's the word I'm
Think
looking
about
for
it
here?
and touch yourself.
No, it did not make me want to.
Oh, is that not the lyrics you were going for?
No, that was not it, RPG. It made me want to,
Oh, that's something for your erogenous zone segment, though, by the way. And then you can use that, and you can just... It's fine. Sorry, continue.
It made me want to redefine, the way I think of, like, a game. Or just the way, or I guess, like, the words and, like, the language that we use about it. And then, like, later on when I played Virginia, I'll get to that. But, like, it totally just, it was a weird week. Because I played this and I played that. And I was like, you know what? I think we're only, like, scratching the surface here of, like, It's like, we're not scratching the surface. I think it's just, like, when we talk about, like, the whole Netflix genre thingy, it's, like, the taxonomy of, like, descriptions and categorization. So it's like, in my brain, I've been thinking about this a long time about, like, other things of, like, I think things are on, like, a spectrum where it's like, it's either a lot of something or not a lot of something, like a number line where it starts at, like, 0 and goes to infinity. So it's like, it's like either a really small number or a really big number, but it's still a number. So it's like with the game thing, it's like, it's still an interactive experience, but it's like, it can be... You have the very interactive and very game mechanic stuff, or the very light, just light. I can't figure. Title's not it. It's just like very light elements of like push a button, it does the thing, but it's still interactive because you're still like you still have agency in your situation, like that you're playing through in the scenario. So you're still, I don't want to say in control because it's not about control, but you're still doing the thing to do the stuff as stuff happens.
Control.
What? But yeah, stuff goes down and you're doing stuff. You're still, doing the thing to do the stuff. If that made sense. As Tekken would say, Professor Tekken of gaming university, You're doing the stuff with the things to do the things that do the stuff with the things. And stuff happens. But
oh, that makes sense.
So that was my thoughts for a late shift because it's super cool. I love this game. I just gotta say that too because man, it is just so smooth with the choice and consequence. It is seamless. Like there is no, I mean, it's a bit like when you choose something, like it'll like sometimes like cut abruptly, but it's because it's so in real time of like not pausing of like, oh, what do you want to do now? Like a Telltale or Bioware game, but even like Telltale has like the time thingy. But this is even better. It's just like it's like on the fly in real time. You're just like, Tekken, what you gonna do? And then like you see the little thingy go, and like if you don't choose, I think it chooses automatically whatever your prompt is on. So it's like that's kind of cool. It just like it puts your not only does it do the Telltale thing of like putting a gun to your head, but it puts the gun to your head and pulls the trigger of like, oh, you didn't choose. We're gonna choose for you. It's like, oh, you just you killed my choice. Well, I don't know how I feel about that.
Also, it's not
literally.
like Telltale's non-choice.
I don't think so. I haven't experimented with it thoroughly enough, but man, there's a lot of wiggle room in this game to just like mess up and do weird stuff just to like see what happens. Because man, I can like when you get to the end, it says like how many endings you've gotten and how many scenarios you've gone through and how many choices you've made or something. And there's like 7 endings, and it's just like and there's like it just seems like there's so much just variety of like what could happen in the like scenario that you're put in. I'm not gonna say what happens, but basically you're a dude and you're working your night shift job and stuff happens, and oh man, it is a fun ride to like just
What kind of stuff?
think to see
Is it butt stuff?
Did you just say butt or blood?
Cause
Anywho,
It's the late shift.
that happens, and then man, I thought I was like, getting out of the situation, and I got like a really bad ending. I was like, now, and I was like, I gotta go back and play it. It's like, oh, it hooks me to like want to play again, and it just, man, it was so good. It was like, and then like it does a thing. It just like, this is where it came up with the like whole erogenous zone thing, because it's like that's one of the things where like I play a game and like I have choice and consequence. Like it's just like, oh yeah, what am I gonna do here? Oh, what's my choice gonna be? But then after you make the choices, like, what are the consequences? Oh, that's what happens. Oh, I push that button, that's what happens. Oh, and it's just like, yeah, I mean, it just it got me. And then there's so many, and then like, I thought I was on like a clear path to like a certain thing, and then stuff started happening. I'm like, whoa, and I don't know if that's a good idea. Whoa. And then got to the end. I was like, whoa, that was a sad ending, and I need to go back and redeem myself. And I kind of want to just go back and see them all. Unlike the usual, I'm just gonna play through once because that was a fun ride too. Because it's just it's so cool. Because it's like since it's like live action FMV style, it's like a different style than all the other stuff. It's not a. I played besides that. Oh, I guess it's funny. Yeah, that's the other thing that made me think about the Rajan Stone. Besides this, or I mean, it was this and Walking Dead. 'Cause I also played that, but it was just like playing two games like that in the same week, which is like, man, it just like it made me think in my brain. This is one of the things that hooks me to stuff like this. So just like I can't wait to play it. Oh yeah, it does things to my erogenous zone. So
It's when I think about you, I touch myself.
what RPG said. But man, okay, it's really weird because like initially I super enjoyed episode 4 of New Frontier, but then after reflecting on it, I was kind of like, eh. I mean, it's still good, but I feel like they have like over manufactured one of the subplots this season of like, oh, I feel this way about you, Javi. Oh, and like, oh, there's so romance. Oh, subplot. Oh, it's just like, you know what, dude? I didn't, yet again, Tekken didn't get any in the Telltale game because he didn't do that. So sitting on the bench yet again, and I'm like one of the 18% of people that did not embrace Caitlin's advances towards me, and it's like, dude, we're in a zombie apocalypse. It ain't happening, and it's like I have like things to worry about more important, i.e., survival and stuff, and all the crazy people that could kill me or walkers that could kill me. You could kill me. What do I know? Because like, yeah, it's like if like the Clementine Luke thing from season 2. It's like, would you come back for me? I don't know because I don't really trust you, B. So back up off me. And then yeah. Also, you're kind of married to my brother. Super weird, dramatic tension there. And just like the Catwoman Harvey Dent thing, can't do that to my bro, dude. So yeah, so that was weird. But man, they had like a really like, it's like I didn't pursue that, but if you pursue that, they had like the perfect, whatchamacallit.
Perfect. Whatchamacallit?
The perfect cliffhanger at the end of the episode. Like they ended it like they never ended an episode before, so it's crazy because like there's just stuff going down, and there's not even like a, like a nice clean transition. It's just, I guess actually they kind of did that actually, and it's okay. Actually, it's similar to like the hand cutting part of season 2. It's not the same scenario. It's like something happens where it's just like crap just happened, and then like it's just like a hard cut of like it's just like and she's like oh my god, they just did that, and it's like, oh man, it's okay, it's okay. It's like, ow, Telltale Walking Dead, just just magical, just every time, home run. Not gonna say too much because the other two people on the podcast haven't played it.
Hey, you know how I play these games. Don't get mad at me.
But man, I am enjoying it. And there was like there's another part was really cool when they Telltale's evil. Like that one time I can't remember. But this one they totally like reverse psychology you in like one of the choices of like, if you don't do this, this other thing will happen, but if you do this, the thing that you want to happen won't happen. And it's like, oh, Telltale, that was evil, and like that really screwed my plans at the end of the episode. And I was like, dude, what the F, Telltale? And then they also had like a part where I, I mean, I'm gonna like, take a or not take a something, but I'll have an exception for this season because I'm not playing Clementine to like, kind of bend my rules a little because usually it's like don't kill anybody, women and children first, blah blah blah. But it's like I'm playing Javier and I don't really like him, so I'm gonna I'm gonna allow him to like be the Dark Knight that Clementine cannot because he's needed in this time to do things. And there's a certain character that's like, all right, dude, if you euthanize me, I will give you this intel. But if you don't euthanize me, I will not. It's like, and then I'm like, well, so far through 3 seasons, I have not done this, but I really need to know, like,
Why don't you just-
really.
Well, why didn't you just lie to him and say you would euthanize him, but then didn't?
Yeah, like he can't possibly know that you're gonna do it.
Yeah,
That wasn't
Nope.
a choice. That wasn't a choice. It wasn't an option of doing it and then like being like haha sucker, I'm not gonna inject you, haha. It was like
You gotta euthanize me first.
yeah, it was
So
crazy.
how are you gonna tell
I'm just
me?
about to say, if you're dead,
I will
I
have a
can't-
death grip on this piece of paper that you will only pry from my dead
But
hands.
then it gets worse because
Like,
he's
why don't
like,
I
well,
chop
now
up
that
your-
you've done this to me, you need to do what comes after and make sure I don't turn. I was like, crap, I didn't think about that. Like, I wasn't thinking far enough ahead, and like I like felt like I should have like been. I should have been experienced enough to like know that he would have turned because I would have did that to him. That like
Isn't that the easy
I
part though?
didn't have the foresight. Well, yeah, but that's the thing though. Like doing that, like screwed me over even more later on in the episode. It's like now, so it's like I got the intel, but it was like, was it worth the renegade option I chose? Well, I think it was because I'm not gonna say what happened, but and we haven't got there, so I'm not gonna sure if I'm gonna get screwed over. But in the
That means
time,
you actually
in the
need
heat of the moment, I think Tekken did the right thing. So I guess we'll find out next episode. And even if I don't, when I play through on PS4, I'm totally gonna do like opposite day. So just try to save the day of like the bad things I've done in the season because man,
White Knight.
the choices added up in episode 4, and I did not have 100% all of the right ones, and that was definitely not one of the right ones. And oh man, it bit me so bad, and that it was like, ooh, I knew I shouldn't have did that, but I did it. But I need the intel. I was like, it's one of those really hard choices, and it's really, really good. I was like, man, Telltale, top of the game. You got me multiple times in the episode, Telltale. Good job. But yeah, Walking Dead, still the best episodic game in the gaming industry on the market, in my opinion. Just saying. I mean, until we get a Wolf Among Us Season 2. It's like that until
Tales of
the
the Borderlands
Borderlands
says hi. Watch your mouth.
are my top 3, which is free next month on Plus, so check it out if you have Plus. Any hoozles,
But you should.
other game, those would be my top 3. Walking Dead, Wolf Among Us, Tales of the Borderlands. Other game I played? Besides those 4 or 3, however many. Oh, let me talk about this game before I move on. Ugh, this game. Effing Mad Max, man. Just. Okay, I gotta say, I'm just glad I'm over and done with this game because I kind of. If I go back in time and think about what people were saying about this game, I just remember them gushing about it. But I don't remember like what they were saying about it being good. I think it was just the same thing with like Shadow Mordor. It's like another off year of like not a lot of super awesome games because the start of the console generation, there's not a lot of awesome stuff. So it's like just see what's good from the launch titles, and then whatever just materializes from whatever people are making. And this is one of them. Is this effing game? Okay, not a bad game, not a good game. It's okay in my opinion. It's not the best, not the worst, but whew, there's some stink in that tank, Mad Max, from that car. Because dude, effing like I felt insulted. I felt so insulted in this game, just like from the start when you stab a dude or like shove a chainsaw on some dude's head and he doesn't die. I was like, and then like it keeps going. It's like, wait, what's even the point if the dude's dead? And then guess what? He didn't die. So I was like, not only did he not die from something that is like clearly you could not survive that, he lived, and then it just gets weirder from there. Like third act, dude shows up again with chainsaw embedded in his head, and I'm like, what the f? And then stuff goes down.
I mean, it's not
Was it on?
impossible.
Yes, tropical. No, it wasn't on, but it was like, dude, there's no effing way. Like that's in his brain. Like your brain zone is like that's not going to happen.
Well,
Actually,
that's
brains are really
complicated.
weird. If you look them up, there's some really weird like head injuries that don't result in death, and you're just like, how?
Okay, so I'm no medical expert like
possible.
RPG. So is what I need to know if I need to kill someone. Not saying I'm going to kill anybody, but are you saying that I should go for the heart and not the brain?
Disclaimers.
Is that your professional answer there?
Likely, yes.
Yes,
Okay,
I
well,
would say
knowing
so.
what I know now, okay, maybe okay, I'm not as insulted. Okay, but that's just effing weird that he's like,
It's rare, but yeah, it's like it is possible for to survive like head injuries like that.
hmm, interesting.
It's,
Brain, yeah, our brain, like we don't. I guess we just don't get them. So
Well, I think there's also like the whole junk DNA thing of like you only use like 10% of your brain or 5% or really low
that's a
percentage.
myth,
So,
but
oh,
yeah,
it is a
that's not
myth?
actually
Really?
true.
we
It's
use
all
all of our
used.
brain. It's just that we use different parts of it at different times. It's like not all at once.
Oh, so it's
Otherwise, you'd be
like,
having a seizure constantly.
oh, okay, so it's never like 100% because that's bad
Not
for
at the
you.
same time, but
Oh, interesting. Good to know.
you use your entire brain, just
Hmm.
not all at once.
Any hoozles. Back to Mad Max. So, I mean, the open stuff, the open stuff, the open world stuff is cool because like the whole like when you go to a part of the map to open more the map, like the tower thingies in Assassin's Creed, or the radio tower, or whatever the crap in Far Cry. It's like,
Basically everything.
or the
The
Just the
tunnel
tall
open
things
world.
and all of
in
the
Horizon.
things. Tall everything's and everything.
The thingy. So when you do that in this game, it's you go to these weather balloons that can take you up like really high in the sky. But then it's cool because there's more to it than just
Reading Rainbow.
what was that?
Reading Rainbow.
It's not a butterfly that takes you high in the sky RPG. No, it's not.
I'm
Um,
disappointed.
but it's a weather balloon that takes you up really high, and then from there you can scan areas in the environment with your binoculars and like mark them on the map. So it's not like automatic, but that kind of was like annoying. So I was like, dude, every game this is automatic. So to me, this is just a nuisance. Like I don't want to go up and like do the automatic work that's done in other games. Pfft, F that crap. So but then I guess
Actually, it makes you more involved
I
in the
didn't try.
process.
I didn't try doing it manually, but I'm guessing like if you don't do it, you like when you stumble upon those things in the landscape environment, they fill in on the map anyway. But that was neat. And also all the or not all of them, but a lot of the hot air balloon stations are different setups. So you go there. Sometimes there's enemies. Sometimes they're not enemies. Sometimes they're in a stronghold, and they have to like get you have to get to them through explosive means and other stuff. But yeah, that was cool. And then as far as like the world and like stuff to do in it, kind of sparse because you have like death races, you have outposts, and you have the like the oil thingies. There's it's whatever. It's whatever. It's an overall game. There's like crowd to do. It's there's some are good. It's but then there's like a lot of side missions which are neat because they're all unique. There's quite a few of them. I was actually pretty surprised how in depth or just whatchamacallit involved they are because you go somewhere and then there's like it's like go here do this, but then each one is pretty very has a lot of variety. So that was nice. And then the combat, I gotta say, I would agree, but it's not the same as Batman. So it's interesting in that regard because I was expecting one thing, but then what I got was I actually enjoyed it more, or not more, but I thought I enjoyed it more than I thought it would. Going in thinking it was just Batman, but since it's more than Batman, like that means when they come at you, like they'll attack, and you can like parry your attack. But then their mechanics when you fight them are much more advanced than in Batman. Like they don't understand like stand there and take it, or just
That's
do
Coelho.
whatever. Shut up, RPG. So, so in this one, like some enemies will block, so you have to like break their guard, and then like if you have a combo going, you have a certain amount of time a certain amount of time where hits before your combo drops. So it's actually like harder in this game to keep your combo up than it is in Batman, which was nice. And then also the enemies with shields, man, they're like until you get the shield breaker ability, they are such a nuisance because if you don't have a melee weapon, which is also something that they had in this game, which was only in Arkham Knight, it's really hard to break their guard or just like keep your combo going because it's just like they put their shield up, and unless you're in Fury mode, which is like your little meter that builds once you're pummeling on stuff and like builds up eventually to like do more damage and crap.
Oh, I get it,
It's
because then you're mad.
yeah.
Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So yeah, unless you're in that, it's not as easy to take them down. But yeah, it's you get through it. It's whatever. Gamer said he had issues with the combat. I didn't, but whatever. So I enjoy the combat. What else? Story, man, the story can go F itself, seriously. Like, the whole, like, the part I talked about last time, when there's, like, that chum dude, chum bucket,
Language.
that guy, that was just, the character is, like, executed well and everything, but it's just such a weird, like, route they went of just, like, him worshiping you, worshiping your car, and just being like, "Oh, Saint, let me fix your car." Blah 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 blah. It was weird. It was weird, dude. I did enjoy it. So there's like just that, and then like he just does that the whole game. It's just like, ugh, just like no character development. It's just terrible, effing terrible. Um, let's see what else. The whole thing of like, it's like the whole goal of the game is like for you, from like the car that assaults you at the beginning to get the car to fix your car. It was dumb. It's whatever. It's okay. I guess I'll say like it's okay. Like I said, man, it's not good. It's not bad. It's okay. I mean, the story wise is turned out on the bad side, but like taken as an overall package, this game comes out. It's okay. Whatever. Could be better. Could be worse. There's some neat whatchamacallit things that what are we talking about? Hallucinatorial things. There we go. Like that one time in Far Cry when it's like, oh man, I'm on drugs. Woo! There's some stuff here like that where it's like, oh man, he's crazy. He's having visions. What's going on here? There's a dog on top of a human body. I've never seen that in a game before. Oh man, that's cool. And
I've played enough Persona games.
And visions, weird visions and voices of like whispering to you while you're doing things. And it's like you're crazy, crazy, crazy. But yeah, Mad Max. It was an okay game. I mean, I'm glad I got it on sale because, dude, at $60, I'd have been like, F this game. But not $60. It's okay. And then
I think back in the day, it was just surprising that it wasn't terrible.
Oh, because
it was still around that era of just licenses were all bad.
So licensed games out there, just take heed of what they did, and just rip off a bit of Batman, and do some things that might or might not work, or people might or might not like the whole crazy sidekick the whole time. I'm Chumbucket. It's whatever. Worst character ever. This console generation. What else did I
Nuko the
play?
Crosshair.
That would not be category RPG because you're aspiring to be the best, not the worst.
It could be like a tarnished Crosshair.
Bronzed crosshair.
We should totally do that. We should have like a anti-category.
We're not one of those angry podcasts.
We could be.
Although occasionally we do have the angry moments.
Rick likes to rant about random crap. Yeah, he does.
The D game.
It's like, alright guys, prepare yourself. It's an incoming Destiny rant. So...
And then I played Virginia. Tropical right. That game, it's really hard to describe. You gotta play it.
It's cool though, right?
Yeah, dude. Okay. The thing about Virginia though is like, here's the thing I would like to tell the developers. There is a level of dream sequences that you can have before it's like too many dudes, and they overdid it. Because it's like, dude, I was like on board with this game. I kind of thought I knew where it was going. I kind of like that. I felt I was along for the ride. And then it just fell into Crazy Town, and I was like, what the F is going on? It is no longer I am having this passive experience. It's just like, I don't know what that's going on. And I'm just here watching the film as it's going, and I'm pushing buttons like in Late Shift. It's very light on the interactive, but still a game. And then like Tropical about the whole like thing about something game that one time. But even at the end of the credits, it's like things were playing or whatever. So it's like it's totally like a word to the game. So that was weird, but interesting. Whatever.
Thanks for watching. Right? I would have said thanks for watching if it was.
Man, it is totally like it is. I guess if I say like all the games I gush all over all the time, and I'm like it's a Mona Lisa of game, blah blah blah. Like this is the silent film. I don't know any silent films where I'd say that film. It is like the silent film of games because there's sound, but there's no spoken dialogue. It's just super cool because it's like narratively and like spatially, it's like the way the game moves through space is just like Todd will say. It's just like it cuts out all the filler. Like you don't go down the stairs. You're walking along. Oh, it's just going to load up in front of you. It's like you go from point to point, like scene to scene, and it cuts out like all the stuff that like would be there if it was a traditional game. But in this one, it's all like. It just cuts it all out. It's like, oh, there's no fat here. It's all just like scene to scene. Stuff's going down. Oh. And then like a bit of movement. Oh, because you gotta, be immersed still. And it's like, oh, what's this? Oh, going here. Oh, doing this. And then like it flips it. And then like it does like the whole, like you it pushes you out of the chair a bit when you're like sitting there, like, oh, what's this? Like, oh, and then like the very abrupt transitions, like, oh, that was cool, that was cool. You're in the car, and you're still in the car, but it's a different time of day. It's like, wow, oh man, that's cool. So it's like, that's very neat. I very much enjoyed. Yeah, Chadwick's right. This game is pretty cool, pretty neat. You should check it out. It gets batshit insane towards the end, though. Like, I fell off of like what was going on. I was just like, whatever, dude. Like, at a certain point, I just gave up. I was like, you know what? I'm just longing for the ride now. This is a very nice experience, but man, I don't know what the F's going on. So,
was the Virginia?
You are in Virginia, yes, the state, but stuff goes down, and I couldn't tell you RPG top heads from tails what the F is going on after a certain point because man,
Oh my.
it mind F me good, and I was like, dude, what the F? And then the credits were rolling, and I was like, dude, what the F just happened? That like fourth act that was like after the like dream sequence that was like, man, that just broke my brain because it was like stuff's going down, and then you think, oh, see, that's the thing. I think that's the problem. It's like not saying it's a problem, but like something happens, and then it's like, oh, you're just going along, stuff's happening. I'm getting accreditation. I'm moving up in the company. Oh man, I'm working my way up to assistant director, and then it's like, guess what? You never left the cell. You're still in the dream state. What? And just mind effery up the wazoo.
Yeah, but I mean, when you sell in your dreams, you sell in real life.
But then RPG, there's like a vehicle that backs into the cell, and then you get into that room, and it's in the elevator, and then you just fall in crazy town at that point. Because it's like, okay, I thought that was a vehicle, but I'm in an elevator. Now I'm in a hallway, and it gets craziness. Like the spatial, you go off the rails in the spatial.
When you ride elevators in your dream, you ride elevators in real life.
Oh, trust me, RPG. There's more going on there after that part where it's like this ain't reality. This is not okay. What? What are these people doing to this bison? Oh my! Oh! What? Is that a what? What? Oh my! Okay, and then it's just yeah, and then it like abruptly ends of like the end, and it's like, what? Are you effing serious? Like I felt kind of like what's that word? I can't think of the word, but man, like I thought I felt what was going on, or I knew what was going on, and then like you have the crazy dream sequence at the end, and I was just like, dude, what the f? Like it just ends with it like, yeah. A mind F to be like, hey, guess what? We can just video games, yo. It's a video game. Woo! It just fourth wall breach.
I feel like that's pretty common actually with indie stuff. Like,
but it was so good up to that point.
It was like straightforward.
It was so cool. It was like you're this lady in working for the FBI, and then you find this other lady, and it's like, oh, lady, and we're doing it, working for the man, and we're investigating this crime. This abducted child. Oh, but there's more going on. Oh, we found evidence. Oh, and it's just like it was good. It was good. It was like I was like, yeah, I'm on board here. And then it just took it to Crazy Town, and it was like, hey guys, guess what we're gonna do? And like nosedived with a plane and just like crashed and killed everybody. It was like, ha guys, we don't give F. Yeah, woo, video games. Wow, just artistic statement, artistic integrity. Wow.
Yeah.
Completely off.
Games are art.
Ending.
Mic drop.
Yeah, I guess that I would give this game a Golden Crosshair just like the most insane final act climax because man, that was just I did not see that coming. And
We can have wackiest twist as a category.
It hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, dude, Virginia was good. I was enjoying it, but then I just couldn't follow after a certain point and whatever. So, but I got trophies, so yay, whatever.
That's all that matters.
Oh, also tried to totally right about the presentation thing. Cause it even says like after you push X, it says like X to play film or it says something really weird. Like that's not play game. Then like you have like chapter select and like play feature like it is like a movie, and then that's kind of cool. So the presentations are like really good too, just like the menus and stuff. So that was neat.
Press X to Jason.
Like a DVD.
Jason. Jason.
And
My name's Tom, Dad. We've gone over this. Jason!
And then lastly, before we start the podcast, I finally got my platinum trophy in Mass Effect Andromeda. Yeah.
Hey!
So
now you can never play it again.
No RPG. Like, okay, so there's the whole thing at the end of the Mass Effect 1 where it's like, who do you want to be ambassador? So I mean, I don't need to play 3 or 4 more times, but because I realized while I was like looking through the loading thingy, I'm sorry, let me restart on that. So as I've been using like the loading game system, I like realized that it has, instead of going back and loading that save and then only playing from that part to the side quest 3 more times, I could just play through the game 4 more times and then just choose that at the end, and then but then finish the game, with all the side quests done, and then not have to worry about it. And be like, yay! But that would take 4 times 80. That's like a lot.
A lot.
That's a lot of hours, dude. I guess it's not 4, just 3 more times. So I already got the one ending with the Krogan Ambassador, so the 3. That's like, let's see, 8, 16, 240 hours. Ugh, that's a bit much. Just a bit much. I mean, it's Mass Effect though, so I'd enjoy it. But man, that's a lot. That's a lot of replaying instead of just doing it the easy way. Or I could just, do it once and then like get to the very end and then the ending, and then load that up 2 more times with the ending C and D, and then there you go, boom. And then, but then I still need to Sister Writer. So that's let's see, 1, 2, 3. So that is 4 playthroughs. Damn it. So that's 8, 16, 24, 320. Actually, that's not 320, because no, because that's okay. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna like do one that's like 100%, and then get to the end, and then just choose different choices, and then like reload it, other choice, reload it, other choice. So do that 3 times. Oh wait, that is 4. Damn it. So yeah, and then the Sister Writer. So we'll probably romance PB because, as we have discussed many times in the past, my lady characters in BioWare or other games are not DNA receptacles for dudes, so F that crap.
They could be.
But then again, I'm not sure what other lady characters are romanceable in that game. We'll see. But PB,
Do you want to know?
did grow on me. No, Tropical, I would like to find out on my
Okay.
own. Don't spoil it for me.
Tell him, Tropical.
I've already
tell
had
him.
the 0G. I thought it was just a kiss. It's actually more than a kiss scene. That'd have been a lovely surprise to go back and see that and be like, oh man, Taken, you passed out on that. But man, yeah, apparently, according to Gamer Tropical, when you're in that scene that I thought was just a sweet kiss in 0G, there's a lot more than kissing going on. So I missed out on that with PB. So
There's body fluids floating.
curses.
0G.
Now I kind of feel like I have to go back through and play it again, though, so I can like do all the scenes that had like your romance thingy, like highly outlined or whatever. Man,
Get it inside you.
whatever. I do this all the time in Mass Effect. It's fine. There's like hundreds of hours down the road and stuff. So, and then multiplayer. So, which I've been playing every weekend for the Apex missions, which are still not as good as 3, but whatever. So, and that's all I've been playing.
In 0G.
Well, I think what it is, it really is that change from victory chests to star chests.
Because now you have to play longer to finish the stupid quest.
Yeah, like before I could play one game and then just be done for the day. It's like, well, I got my silver chest and there's no other reward really for playing more, so I'm just gonna quit now. But now it's like, oh, now I got these quests. And some of the times, so there's 3 quests every day, and if you complete all of them, like that's when you get the big bonus that you want. So you gotta complete all 3, and then the 3 quests, like sometimes they're easy to complete in one game, and sometimes they're like, wow.
The game is like, F you, you're
Yeah,
going
it's
to be
like-
playing all day. Haha.
Take out 2 inhibitors, and it's like that is a tall, that's a big ask for a single game, unless you're really steamrolling the other team.
And even then, they usually quit beforehand, so...
Yeah, so it's like so many things have to go right for you to get that quest. And yeah, when you get that one, it's like, wow, now we got to play all these hours, and I was gonna do other stuff, and now I can't. And yeah, I think I need to take a break.
You shut your mouth.
But I am kind of afraid. It's like, I think I'm decent at the game. Will I be crappy when I come back? And then, is that the end of Paragon for me?
Yes. And then you'll be stuck at
Or
your
no? Yeah.
previous Dota levels.
I feel like I do need to take a break. Bottleneck for attacking. But then, yeah, if you do everything right, you can do lots of damage, and I've watched guys do a lot of damage really quickly with him. I have not been able to do that. And since this is new release week, I've barely been able to play him at all. Although the draft dodging has been far less blatant. It feels like people are more likely to reluctantly choose someone else and then go with that.
Yeah. Which is good
Yeah,
because it makes things a lot.
I think we've only seen one like blatant draft dodge where he referred to it as early access. That's kind of what it is. You pay money, and then you get access to this beta. And it has, I think it's like 30 some Marvel characters that you can choose from. Every character up to level 10 is free. And then if you want to go beyond that, then you got to either buy them with the in game currency, something they call eternity shards. And those are like you start the game with enough to buy one character of your choosing. And then eternity shards, like so far I've only collected I think like 80 of them. And I'm level 37, I think. I chose Cyclops.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
Of course
it's
you
been
did.
a long time since you were able to play X-Men in any game. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to choose Cyclops.
Cyclops is gross.
It's sort of, the powers are, well, okay, so I've been like wavering back and forth about what I think about this game. On the one hand, I feel like it's sort of lazy. Because it feels, I think it came out after Diablo 3, and yet Diablo 3 is sort of amazing, and it's the same kind of game. And then this game is sort of like, it feels like not as polished or interesting, and it sort of feels like it's just coasting on its Marvel license. But then other times I think it's like, it's actually kind of fun. Especially the powers, because unlike Diablo, there are like public areas, like an MMO. So when you're going between instances, there's like these huge areas. Oh, kind of like Destiny. You see other people flying around, except unlike Destiny, the player limit
Much higher.
is yeah. So you see like a ton of other people running around, and so I guess to make these player like public areas interesting to fight in, they have to put in tons of enemies. So there's like so many dudes to shoot at. And I guess the powers are sort of, at least with Cyclops, like I have found a combination of powers that is just ridiculously good at clearing out groups of people. His signature move is I think it's called remove visor, and like he takes off the visor and it's just like
Nice.
this huge I don't know, like 70-degree pie of like optic blast. And it's like, oh, this is really cool.
Optic rage.
And then yeah, so he basically has like two skill categories, I guess. Like one of them is like all optic blast stuff, and then the other one is
Learning physics so he can use
like
his optic
his
blast.
leadership things. So a lot of his moves involve calling other X-Men. Like early on, you get Beast, and Beast just like comes down and just melee kills everyone. So he's sort of like your tank while you stand back and blast everything. And then you get Iceman, and they're all Iceman and Jean Grey are like drive-bys. So like Iceman will just appear for a second and freeze a whole bunch of people, and then just like I slide away. And
Does Jean
Jean
finish
Grey like
people?
comes down and she like levitates a car out of nowhere, and then you shoot the car with your optic blast, and it blows up and it hurts people.
I mean, it's
And
not out of
then
nowhere. Remember, she can manipulate matter. She probably just
can she
rebuilt
create
it.
matter? Well, I guess so.
She just like
She just
reassembled
doesn't
it.
know it. And then the other one is what's his name? Angel?
Yeah.
Warren something?
Warren, where
The
you
useless
Yeah.
X-Men. Yes.
This is kind of fun, but it's hard to use. Like he picks up Cyclops, and so you're like flying above everyone, and like you just have this constant optic blast stream, sort of shooting down below where you are. You just sort of how to describe it? Because you're not just like hovering; you're actually flying with forward momentum. So to hit people that are just standing around, you have to like keep going back and forth over them, and you're just like raining your eye ray down on everything. Yeah, I'm just like my combination is all about clearing groups, and it was like this is like really easy and not that interesting. And part of that is it's not explained very well. You actually have to go into a sort of game manual to learn a lot of stuff. And it's like you can only play normal difficulty until you unlock the you have to like clear a heroic trial. And then once you clear the heroic trial, then you can play heroic difficulty, which gives you like more challenge and better drops. And I was like, once I discovered that, I was like, oh, that's why all of the loot has been really crappy. Just like, it was so bad. It was like early days Diablo. Everything that drops is like common or uncommon, and very, very rarely do you find anything that has better stats than the thing that you're wearing. And better is like relative. This is like little like 0.02 increments of damage and defense. And like, this just doesn't feel rewarding. But yeah, once I did the heroics, the gear is still kind of terrible, but it's not. At least it's not like common like white items all the time. Yeah, so heroic trials, like this is my advice. Heroic trials unlock at level 11. Once you can do them, you should just do them because the game is too easy without it. And I guess Diablo was like that too. I don't know, Diablo just felt much more exciting even though it was super easy. What else to say? It's sort of weird that like everyone theoretically you could end up in an instance where everyone is the same character.
All of the Cyclopses, Cyclopi? Cyclopses? Yeah, he knows his name.
Something like that. Because yeah, that's not one of the restrictions. It's just like, oh, you play Marvel heroes, and you can be your favorite heroes, and they're all there, and it's explained somehow in the plot.
Magic. It's usually the go-to in the Marvel universe.
One cool part though is when your player character sees other player characters, like the characters occasionally will like say things to each other. The one I've heard most is like Deadpool will run by me and say, "Hey, look, I'm Biclops." And there's one like Cyclops keeps saying to Spider-Man that I don't understand. He keeps saying to Spider-Man, like, "I'm glad you're not a mutant." And I was like, I don't really understand.
I think it's
the
because
reference.
he's trying to say he's like a disgrace to mutant kind because he's always smart alecky and costumed weird and stuff. Or it could be like because of the whole retcon thing. Because I think at one point he was supposed to be like a latent mutant or some nonsense. So,
Huh. Well,
comics are complicated.
I guess so. Yeah, overall, I guess it's decent. It just feels, I guess it feels kind of dated, and either that or it feels unpolished because it's just, well, I guess it is an old game, so maybe it is dated.
LOL.
But other than that, it is pretty fun to like play around with all the Marvel characters, and there's some really obscure ones, or not really obscure, but like far less generally known. Like, I think is Magic Colossus's sister?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she's in it.
Well, they're making a New Mutants movie next year, so they'll know.
Oh,
People will know next year.
well, I know she was in she was one of the Phoenix Force people, right?
Yep.
So she was
Normal people don't
a
read
big part
comics,
of the
though.
story.
Tragical.
Yeah.
They're missing out.
She was one of everything. She was in everything when in doubt. Because she's the one with that magical sword or something, and
Yep.
there's pixies and dragons and I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Comics
there is
are
a dragon, right?
I know.
Kitty Pryde's dragon or
It was
something.
like Lockheed or something. He's like, hey, you don't know me, but we're gonna be besties now because reasons, and your powers have nothing to do with me. But hey, who cares? I'm your friend now. You have a dragon. You're welcome. X-Men. The Kitty Pryde Problems.
Yeah. I guess the pricing for the founders packs is really outrageous seeming. So if you search Marvel Heroes right now,
There's
you will
like a ton of
find
$60 ones.
yeah,
Super
you'll
annoying.
find these $60 packs that come with I think it's at most like 5 or 6 characters. And you get like what is their currency called? Something. You get some currency.
Marvel dollars.
Marvel dollars.
It used to be money, but now it's a mutant.
And it gets crazier. Like you get in the game, and it said there are certain costumes. Like right now, the black symbiote Spider-Man costume is exclusive to people who purchase all the founder packs. So if you have all of them,
that is
you get Black Spider-Man. It's like that's like $200
For
That
nothing.
seems crazy.
Just to be a black Spider-Man.
Yep.
I meant his costume, not his ethnicity. I think that one does in fact exist.
Miles Morales would have something to say about that.
Well, he's more Hispanic-y.
He's half, dude. Half enough.
I mean,
Or supposedly.
either way, he's not Peter Parker, so he is a minority.
Nobody better comment that Spider-Men are a minority.
There's like so many of them. There are so many of them. There's cyborgs, and there's symbiotes, and there's clones, and there's... it's just a mess. It's just a mess over there.
So yeah, that's Marvel Heroes for the moment. I mean, it's still in beta. However, the game has been out for several years on PC, and you would think that many of the issues that I have would have been figured out in
They
that
weren't.
time.
They weren't,
were
in case you're
not.
curious.
And then I finally started Infinite Warfare, which I got way back when. It's kind of cool, but I guess it's also so one of the marketing things that I remember from the game's marketing campaign was that it featured like seamless, like on the ground to being in planes and like flying into space and stuff. So like the canceled Battlefront 3 game trailer. And I guess that's true, but they sort of, it's not like you would think it's seamless if you weren't looking, but then really it's like, oh, it's not that seamless. It's actually like
glorified loading screen.
yeah, there are still parts like, oh, you flew back in your ship, and then you're in the hangar, and then like a robot arm grabs the ship, and it's like putting the plane in storage or whatever they do on on space aircraft carriers. And it's like, in those moments, you can't do anything. So it's basically like Mass Effect 1's elevators. Like, yeah, I guess technically there's no loading screen, but you're still like stuck waiting for the next thing to happen. Basically, I feel like maybe they just had nothing to say about Infinite Warfare, and so they latched on this one like tech thing that most people don't care about. Like, I think people were fine with loading screens, which is probably why Mass Effect 2 had loading screens. So yeah, that's a thing. Other than that, like, I guess the game it seems pretty cool to me. There's it's less linear in the way that one of the previous Call of Duties was. I don't remember which one it was. Where you got to like choose these strike missions in between. Oh. Anyway, it's Call of Duty. Not too much more to say than that.
Yay!
I also haven't played too much of it. But yeah. From what I've seen so far, it's like, oh, this seems kind of cool. Flying around in space, shooting stuff. It's Call of Duty.
Only the ones that take place after World War or after Modern Warfare era, Future Warfare era.
Did you not run around and shoot stuff in the in the
You
earlier
just said
ones?
spaceships, Tropical, didn't you?
Oh
Did you say
yes, the
spaceships?
spaceships. This is the only one with spaceships, I think,
Well,
that
yeah.
you fly around in.
I mean,
For now, until they get back to their regurgitation Ouroboros cycle of, oh, we're in the future again, guys, because we already burned through this other era so fast. Oh, we make
It's
a game
very
every year.
similar
Oh.
to like I think Halo. Was it Halo 4 that had space battles?
Reach had a space section.
Oh yeah, maybe it was that one. It was one. It was like the last one that Bungie made. Was that Reach?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it feels kind of like that. All right, that's what I've been playing. Not too fun.
yay.
One game I think, uh-oh, this is becoming a problem. Another game is like, this doesn't seem that polished. And another game is like, well, it's what it is every year, but kind of different.
Yay! He's been having an awful time. Yay!
I should have got late shift.
You should have.
Yep. You should have.
Who told you not to? Who told you not to?
What did I? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I got. I got Marvel Heroes. There's like the cheapest pack is $17, and it gives you War Machine and the MCU War Machine skin.
Black Iron Man?
Black Iron Man.
His name is Rhodey, okay? Or whatever Rhodey. That guy. James Rhodes.
I haven't tried him yet. I tried. So in the beginning, it switches characters automatically. It's like the Avengers are on a mission, and it just switches between them, and it ends on Hulk. And then you play Hulk, and then it's like, okay, so now you're going into the game proper, and you can just choose whoever you want. And I stuck with Hulk until level 10, and discovered that it's like, it seems like a lot of powers are geared towards clearing crowds. Like Hulk, he doesn't have mana. He like generates, I guess, fury, like a barbarian character in Diablo. And if you like keep doing the ground pound, like initially the ground pound just sort of radiates out in one direction. But then if you just keep doing it until your fury is full, then it starts radiating out in all directions. So I would like use the dodge move to dodge into a large group of enemies and then just start ground pounding. And then Fury would fill up and I was like, oh, now you're all dead. And it was like, and then repeat. And I did that over and over and over again. And I was like, who else is there? And I tried Black Panther for like a few levels. And I was like, that was okay. And then Cyclops, like, this is okay. Until I got to, I think it was near level 10. It was like, then he got this, well, I think his initial crowd clearing one is like he fires the blast into the ground and there's like a huge explosion. But later you get one where the beam ricochets between enemies
That's
or
hilarious.
among enemies if there's like a whole bunch of them. And so I just started doing that. And so like what I've been doing now is I have one where it's this crazy like large area optic blast, like a wide spread. So I open with that and then I start ricocheting in the group, and so everyone's getting hurt. And then if anyone is still alive, then I use the remove visor and just obliterate everything. It's like, okay, move on to the next one.
Yay!
Over and over and over and over again. It's got me to level 37.
I mean, it is technically his trump card in the actual comic, I guess, so...
I guess so. Yeah,
It's
you
like
get
when in
all of
doubt,
your
take
combat
the
skills
visor.
by level 30. And then from 30 to 60, all you get are like, I think they're called talents. And they change your skills, or they give you boosts and stuff.
I just want to point out that Cyclops is not a cool X-Men, so
Says you.
I would hope they have other characters in that game.
There are other characters. Which one do you want?
All the other ones. All of them. What other X-Men do they have in the game?
It's like Wolverine, of course, Beast,
Gross.
Psylocke.
Gross. Oh, I like Psylocke.
Not sure else.
Kitty Pryde is in it. Colossus.
Oh, she must have the best abilities.
Storm
She
as
just
well.
walks through
Storm's
everybody.
in it.
Oh, Storm's cool.
Um,
Wait, how exactly does Kitty Pryde fight though? Because like what is her ultimate? Like just running through everybody?
just run through everyone.
It's like I did no damage, but you couldn't touch me the whole time. Ha ha!
I have no idea.
Ha ha!
Well, it's interesting because I started playing
Kitty,
it,
just go back to base. Just go back to base, Kitty.
and my wife was like, "Oh, this is like that game we played like a long time ago."
Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance,
When you
or
said
even before
Diablo,
that, we
like, I
played
thought it was
X-Men
similar to
Legends.
Right, X-Men Legends was a thing. But yeah, I kind of figured that's what it was like when you said it was
Yeah,
similar to Diablo. I was like,
but like X-Men Legends, I feel like Cyclops, most of his moves were like kicks and punches, right?
he doesn't have anything else other than his shooting stuff out of his eyeballs. So,
Yeah. It was interesting though, like when I started this one, I was like, huh, his regular attack is just these short blasts, short optic blasts. And I was like, oh, that's different. It isn't until like much later when you get into the talents I think it's like level 32, you can unlock and like change all of or most of his optic blast moves into like kicks and punches. I was like, why would you do that?
because reasons.
I was like, granted, yes, a lot of these moves are sort of the same. Like there's the optic shotgun, which is like a small arc, or like a large arc but short distance, and then there's the giant large arc, and then there's the crazy like, remove visor one.
The one move is the only one that you actually need, basically. Everything else can be kicks and punches.
That one's on a cooldown though, so it's not as convenient.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just like, see, talking about it now is like it is kind of thrilling, but then also other times it's like, I don't know if I like this game.
Maybe if you had like people to play with, it'll be more fun.
Maybe.
Because like I would gladly pick Kitty Pryde and be completely useless in a fight and be like, "Hey guys, look at me, look at me just going through stuff."
I
I mean,
was thinking Aimless Adventures, but then I was like, oh wait, I picked Cyclops. I think Tekken will pick Cyclops. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
what I
mean,
well, I
heard.
Tekken would
have
totally
I
pick
have War
Cyclops.
Machine, so I guess I can switch.
He's definitely a Cyclops. He's definitely a Cyclops. But yeah, because it's like, I mean, if you guys have a bank vault you need me to go into, then yeah. I
It's
mean,
called Marvel Heroes RPG.
but if there are no heist involved, gonna be useless. Gonna be useless.
Get it, Pride.
The most useless X-Men, right next to Cypher, until they like buffed his powers. Because who cares about being able to read any language?
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, that'd be kind of cool, but X-Men being all combat focused, I'm not really sure what.
I mean, there are far more dangerous uses of her powers. I'm obviously joking, but I mean,
No, I meant reading all
oh, well,
languages.
well, they buffed him so that he could read body language as well, so it turned him into like an expert
Uh,
fighter. So yeah, they had to buff him because they're like, so basically he's a walking
if
translator,
we're
which anybody can
stuck
do on Google
in a
phones. Well,
if we're
you don't.
stuck in a foreign country and like there are these crates that could be food or explosives, then it'll be really useful.
I mean, you could just open said crates and identify food and or explosives, but
Or it's like
gotta have.
powder that could be flour or anthrax.
It's like who's useless now, X-Men? Who's useless now? Like, well, still useful. I
Well, now
mean,
I don't want to tell you.
it's like, I mean, technically still you. 'Cause your power still revolves around translating, and yeah. If worse comes to worse, we can always just hijack a store or something. We all have superpowers. We all have superpowers. So, there's that. I mean, Storm's with us. She could just work up a typhoon, throw a bunch of fish on the shore for us, and we'd be back. So really, still useless. Still useless.
Not everybody can be Omega level, okay? Jeez.
Yeah, but not everybody has to suck. So, there's that. But once again, they buffed him, so it's not he's not completely useless anymore. I mean, he's basically Daredevil now, except he can see
Can
because
see.
he can read things. So,
So mean.
what is he gonna do? Glare at me to death? Just like, hey, come on. He's blind. Oh, yes. Sorry, X-Men fans out there. We're kidding. I'm sure all of you Cypher fans are raging right now, but pick a better X-Men to like. Is my response to that. Or don't. Or don't. Actually, a Cypher in the game.
No. Or not playable,
He'd be kind of
as
useless.
far as I know.
I mean, I guess all his attacks would be kicks and punches, huh?
Like, would you just have really high dodge rating or something?
Uh,
It's not
his,
really how the game works. I don't think they can miss
oh,
unless you make them miss by running away.
then yes, he would have a really high evasion stat, like incredibly high. And then, like, if he goes up against like a master martial artist, he can like mimic their moves or something. He'll like take their power set or something. I don't know. I don't know. Somebody else's job to make him useful, not mine. I don't like him, so meh, meh. I mean, at least with Kitty's power, she could like semi-phase and then unphase and then take your heart out. If she was a murderer, but she's not, as far as I know. So there's that. Wait,
Now I'm curious. Now I want to know. But yeah, I have no idea what she does. Anyway, That's what I've been
Find
playing.
out once we all get it, because I'm gonna pick her. I'm gonna pick her. Well, I have also been playing Paragon because it was new character week, so all of the Paragons, all of it. Um, I got to play as Revenant a couple of times, so it was pretty fun. And he is a weird character to play as, but so hopefully everybody will abandon playing as him once they realize they can't get good, and then I'll actually be able to play as him and perfect him. And then I'll be amazing with him, and everybody will be like, "Oh no, we abandoned him too soon," and be like, "Haha, you did, because you all suck." And that is all for that. Other than that, I've just been playing a lot of Persona 5, like a lot of Persona 5. So I think I'm like 70 hours in or so. And we just got who I'm assuming to be the final character to join the party, because I'm hoping he's the final character to join the party because it's like 70 hours. It's like, who else? Who else is going to come and be all like late to the party, guys? So, yeah, it's been fun. When some weird. So actually, I think at the point I am now, it's like the point at the beginning of the game where you got captured initially. So I'm guessing I'm like at the latter third of, or the latter third half of the game. Third half? That's not how that works. The latter third of the game. So yeah, because like when she started doing her like interrogation thing, she was like, "Now tell me about the most recent one, the one to get me." And then it flashes back to when you decided to go after her. Since you are obviously being interrogated by her, you didn't succeed. So guessing we will get to that point soon enough, and I will know the secret behind the rampage incidents and all this other nonsense going on. And it's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a fun time. I'm loving the game so far. I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but the game is like super stylish, guys. Super
You
stylish.
did.
So I know I was just kidding. I know I did. But yes, I just so stylish.
So pretty.
Like I enjoy like triggering the all out attacks because it's like whenever like the character who initiated it, if you like kill all the enemies and the character that initiated the character that initiated does like a little special pose at the end where they get like their own special victory screen. So like all of them do like different things. I think there's one that's in one of the trailers where like the one girl sitting down and drinking the tea with the enemies dying in the background or whatever. But each of them have like their own things. Like one of the new characters does like the little Michael Jackson dance, and then it like poses to like like him semi singing or something. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I enjoy that stuff. But it's like just the little touches that make it so nice, and I enjoy it, and all that other stuff. Then yeah, Persona 5. I I'm glad it finally came out, so never have to play anything ever again. So yay, 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 guys, yay! And it has a new game plus, so I mean I have a reason to never play anything else again. So
And
yay,
keep the world from ending.
and keep the world
Persona 5 saves the day. Oh, yeah.
keep the
As long
world.
as the game lasts.
I mean,
So
if
do
he can
we.
get impeached in time for me to finish my second playthrough, then we should be okay. We should be okay.
I'm not sure if that would be better or worse.
It could probably be because his vice president is even worse than he is. Because he actually has some level of intelligence, but he's also a hate monger. So there's a problem. But that's pretty much all I've been playing until I finally decide to buy Sexy Brutale. So I keep trying to hold off for the Full House edition, but I don't think they're bringing it to America. So I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and buy this game I really want because, who wants to do that? He said completely sarcastically. But I just don't like digital only games. It's just, eh. But it's fine. It's fine. It's worth it to play something I would enjoy, even if it is not physical for me to touch it. Brown Chicken Wawa. So yeah,
Ah.
but that's all I've been playing.
Okay, so yeah, for some reason our stream was like crapping out a lot earlier. I don't know what it was, but we seem to be in the green for like the last 34 minutes. So yay.
Yay.
Eh,
Um, I was gonna say something else about Mass Effect as far as like after I tweeted out my platinum trophy, and then I got into a lengthy discussion about, oh man, Mass Effect Andromeda, how awesome is it? Oh, so awesome with Introversion on Facebook of like, man, I love this game. This thing's awesome. And I was like, yeah, this thing's awesome. And she was like, yeah, this thing's awesome. I was like, yeah, this thing's awesome. And this part of the story is awesome. And this character is awesome. I was like, you know what? Mass Effect Andromeda's awesome. So, I take back. Oh, I didn't say anything bad about it, but GameSpot, you're totally wrong. And it's totally not a 6, and it's definitely not a solid 7. It's higher than that. I don't do numbers, but it's even better than 7. So it's like it's a 7 up. So yeah, but
it's like copyright infringing drink.
but my new thoughts, or I continue my thoughts on whatever that's your opinion, man. On like if you're gonna hate on the
Like I
game,
said,
and if the
numbers
haters,
are arbitrary. I never understand why people get so worked up about them because it's like anybody can assign. Like they could say the game is perfect, but they're like, oh, but the frame rate dips at this one point, 2 out of 10, and it's like, what? So yeah, people like it all depends on like numbers are always like seems to be they always seem to be based on like how hyped people are for the game and then like how high profile the game is like how rage inducing any slight is for certain things. So like any little thing and people will be like, "Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What do you mean you can't share the game? Oh my gosh." Fact that plenty of other games have disabled the feature before, but it's fine. It's fine. Everybody needs something to get mad about, so let them get mad.
so, at the haters, and if I
F
see or
them
hear
and
any
the
more critiquing of the game, that's like, oh, but the eyes, even though they fixed it, they're not perfect. There's these animations, or the story and the writing, even though there's all these amazing parts, this one part is like, it's like I'm just like whatever, man. That's your opinion, man. And I
definitely.
will silently be judging you, and that thought that I'll be judging you with will be bitch plays STFU. But you won't know that because I'll silently be judging you. Oh,
People are still on it about the eyes? I think they look
Yeah,
fine now.
yeah. People don't. It doesn't matter, tropical, because that's how this industry works. They're like, we latched onto something. We can't quit now, guys. We're too deep. We're in too deep.
or now that they fixed that, these other parts of the writing and the story of these other sections in this 80-hour game, even though it's like there's way other parts that are like way more awesome. Let's just focus on these one parts and cherry pick, whatever, f them.
F them in the
But yeah,
What else
moving
was wrong with the story?
moving
Like,
on.
one example.
Just, we will talk about this out of the podcast.
nothing about
Alright.
the
Let's not bring
nothing
it
was
up.
wrong with it. That's the point he's trying to make. There was nothing wrong with it. People are just being people.
It's
They
RRR
want
time because it's the end of
Arr,
the
arr,
month.
arr.
We're pirates now. Wait, is there a song about pirates?
Hmm. Pirate something. No, there's a shanty song maybe, but I don't think there's any pirate
Yeah, it's not the
songs.
same.
Pirates were not
Do-
in our time, so no, they're not RPG.
It's disappointing.
Yo ho ho, pirates life for me. Does that count?
No, no, no.
I can't help you.
Well, we need to find a song for this segment. So
I'm so excited! Or not, because we don't know yet. That's the point of this. It's about the new releases coming out in May.
yeah,
Uh,
we're already
read the
like
titles.
almost halfway through the year.
From releases.com, there is a yay or ah or eh
Or
or maybe a
WTF?
An means that I read a truncated description of the game
Just
as further information, although not really, because this is mostly for entertainment. If you really want to know about these games, you should go look somewhere else.
because we just wacky. We
It's
just
just for
wacky.
fun. It's for fun.
This is Aimless Pebble Z. This isn't some Wikipedia page. Jeez, what
I
do you think
know.
this is?
Do you think we are professionals?
Information
That might be
seeking.
like a sideshow later where we're all like serious and on point and
No, and then that time we'll do like I'm so excited as spoken word poetry, so that way it's like more serious and dramatic. But until then,
yes,
because we're
this is
classy,
what you get now.
classy AF.
All right, so the first Tuesday is May 2nd. First game here is the Caligula effect for PS Vita.
Yeah, because when you die in the game, you die in real life. That's not actually the premise, but I'm assuming
Is that
it's gonna
true?
I'm assuming there's going to be some level of that in the game since they're stuck in some weird virtual world and people don't learn because we've warned ourselves. We've warned ourselves. So, be prepared for that. But yes, it's the game by the Persona team, so it's obviously going to be amazing. So, yay. I've seen like screenshots of it. I haven't seen it like in actual action, but it's supposed to be some kind of weird turn-based tactical RPG going on, and you can like break stuff or break people so you can like make them more easy to damage or some nonsense. And there's cyber magic, and I don't know. I'm just phoning it in at this point, but it has Caligula in the title, so there's probably going to be something about gluttony going on. It's one of the themes. So,
Cool. Next up is Tumble Seed, coming out on PS4, Switch, PC.
I think I've
all of
heard
it.
about this game, but I can't remember anything specific.
It's about a tumbleweed farm.
The subtitle is A Roly Roguelike.
Oh, well. Now that you
It
said that,
sounds
Tropical,
awful.
this game can go
So,
F itself in the B.
so wait, if you don't grow the tumbleweed properly, it just like you have to start over with a new farm or something. Like, how does this work?
Tumble
Read it.
Seed is a roly roguelike about a small seed with big plans. Roll up a procedurally generated mountain filled with.
That
Go F
sounds
yourself.
stupid. And whoever came up with that, thank you, because we need people like you to think outside the box. So I appreciate it. So even though I will never play this game, I appreciate your effort and your, hey, let me just go ahead and do something weird because people are too afraid to do these things. So we always get the same thing, like Call of Duty every effing year. So it's like, thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna
I
get this
applaud
game.
you.
It looks nice.
I might
Next
get
week.
it I might get it just because of that. Just to support like, you know what? I'm gonna buy it. Just
You're
because of
not
that.
Call of Duty. You want to buy it.
It's like you actually went out there and tried to do something weird. I'm on board. I'm on board.
Next up, we have Akiba's Beat for PS4 and PS Vita.
Stripping
Isn't this
vampires
a
in high
spin-off of that game?
definition.
But it's rhythm based or something.
Is this a spin-off?
I thought it
It's
was.
not. It's
That
not.
was a sequel?
It's just the. I think it's a port. Pretty sure it's a port.
It says the game is an action RPG that follows a group of 7 characters imprisoned in Akihabara, eroded by delusions and.
Vampires and stripping.
Well, I thought it was like somehow related to the stripping game, but I guess it's not. So maybe. Is it on
It-
PS4?
It's a
PS4
jailhouse
and Vita.
simulator.
Yep.
And it's been a long time since I've played me some
Vampire
rhythm
stripping game.
rhythm action game for
Also
funsies,
that.
not a vampire stripping game. No, I've never
I
played a
mean-
vampire stripping game.
How do you know?
I mean, unless you count Vampire the Masquerade, which there are strip clubs and vampires, but no vampire stripping that you.
Is there clothing
partake
damage in
in.
Blood Rain games?
That is a completely different game RPG.
But it's a vampire.
That's vampire clothes damage. I don't know. I don't even think I have that game. I've never played it.
Then Portal Knights, PS4 and Xbox One.
That's not a Portal sequel at all.
Is it a Portal spinoff?
Or
Is it about
spin-off.
knights in the portal table, and instead of a
Look
portal
like
gun,
it.
you have magic?
The Portal Knight's adventure begins as players create their character as a warrior, mage, or ranger from a
Yeah,
multitude of.
This sounds
sounds too
lame
cookie
and
cutter.
boring.
Yeah.
Pass. Fantasy. Ugh. Filth.
I'd rather play as a tumbleseed. Going up a mountain. What is going on? Why is he? Oh, because he was in the other dimension. I was like, why is Chimera fighting the air? Just kidding. I keep forgetting about that stupid ultimate phase. But yeah, I would totally not play that.
Yeah, it doesn't seem interesting from the rest of it either.
Oh, hmm.
Oh, that was cheeky. Then we got Nog, GNOG, coming to PS4.
Ooh, the G is silent. So you
Or
know
maybe it's not. Maybe it's
it's
Gnog.
Gnog.
I'm not really sure.
Well, what is the game about? Maybe we could know from that.
Gnog is a wondrous journey through a universe of visually stunning and playfully interactive monster heads.
What?
Ooh.
Each monster
What?
Is named. Maybe the monster's name is Gnog.
I
That sounds
don't
wacky.
even know what to expect from that. To just play with monster heads, that
I like
description leaves a lot to be desired. Just saying.
It sounds wacky. I like it.
I want this one.
And if
Not because of
Tropical's
what I
gonna get
read.
it, then of course he's gonna. Of course, it must be good. Troptical wants to get it.
Youch. Moving on. May 5th. Prey comes to PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Not the Space Bounty Hunter game I was shown many moons ago. Do not want. Skip
It's
pass.
also
Go
Cinco
yourself.
de Mayo.
Really?
So if you drink enough, it might be that Space Bounty game that you wanted and didn't
No.
get.
No. I've seen that game, and this is not that game.
Ah, well then.
Then Dreamfall Chapters comes out on PS4 and Xbox
Didn't we talk
One.
about a Dreamfall game last month?
I guess it didn't come out.
What? Whatever. Is this the one with like all three of them, or the first? I don't know. What? Read the description, Tropical. I'm so secure about this franchise.
Really?
I mean, I'd like to play them all, but it's like I'm kind of confused on the releasing now. That like they
Alright.
don't have their game together.
This isn't going to help. Dreamfall Chapters is a 3D adventure set in parallel worlds. One, a dark cyberpunk vision of our future. The other, a magical...
I guess this is not the collection then. I'd have been like, this is a collection of all the Dreamfall games. Blah 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 blah. Go for yourself. And yeah,
You would think that would be in the description.
I will pass unless it is the collection because I want to play all of them because I hear they're so amazing. I haven't found the time to backlog, so I'll have to wait. Maybe it's on like a flash sale for $5, like that one game I bought. So yeah.
Then we got Birthdays: The Beginning.
What? Who put
Coming
birthday in
out
the title
on
of the game?
PS4 and PC.
That's weird.
I think it's like a Harvest Moon spinoff or something.
Harvest Moon.
From the creator of Harvest
Oh,
Moon,
there you go.
Mr. Yasuhiro Wada, Toybox Incorporated, comes Birthdays: The Beginning. A new sandbox game in...
Which your birth,
So
and then you play from birth to death. It's a pretty dark game.
I don't know what you're doing in this. If you're a farmer or you're some other person at some other occupation, so
You're whatever you want to be, Tekken. It's you're whatever you want to be until you die.
a sandbox.
oh, well, I already do that in the real world, and it kind of sucks. So pass.
Exactly. That's how the
Playing
game gets dark.
sandbox?
The world is a sandbox tropical. We're just not good at playing in it.
That's actually not how that works. But
We keep failing all the side quests.
the
And
other
people
NPCs that give you
or
quests
to lead our
are
country.
jerks. Actually, is the answer to that because they're all like, "Oh, well, do you have this qualification?" It's like, "No. How do I get that?" Oh, you have to go to this place.
It doesn't matter.
With-
Nobody
Yeah,
needs
it-
qualifications anymore.
I was just about to say
That is
that went out the window last year. It's like what you're breathing, you're in.
All right. May 9th. Strafe.
Oh, this
Strafe.
is yeah, this
Strafe.
is that
PS4,
one
PC.
first-person retro game with like a lot of explosions and stuff or something. It's neat, but I'm saving money, so I'm not buying it. So unless it's like $10 or something.
I think it's getting a physical release too. Although that doesn't say anything about its price. Also, May 9th is a game called Human Fall Flat coming to PS4. What indeed? Human Fall Flat is an open-ended physics-based puzzle game in which you take control of Builder Bob,
Nope.
helping him resolve the...
Bob the
I've
Builder.
already got an idea. This is just some fling stuff around and knock stuff over. Yeah, I have higher expectations. Human Fall Flat or whatever the F you're called, so no thank you.
Bob the
Also, since
Builder.
technically it's a puzzle game, I'm kind of not high on puzzle games, so...
Yes, we can.
Builder.
I used to give such an arrow to the knee.
Which one of these do we care about? Minecraft. Not that. Oh, here we go. May 16th. Injustice 2, PS4 and Xbox One.
I will wait for the Game of the Year edition with all the DLC, like the Injustice Definitive Edition or whatever the F it's called, and Mortal Kombat XL, also from NetherRealm Studios, because, you know, fighting games this console generation, that's what it's all about, really. It's like, hey, you want to buy this $60 game? Oh, by the way, here's all these characters, here's all these costumes, but it costs extra, ha ha ha, pay up suckers. Oh, you didn't know that? Because we didn't have a season pass. Whoopsie, we're evil.
Aw, you're raining on my parade. I'm really looking forward to this one.
I mean, I'm looking forward to playing the story. I'm not going to play that game, play blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to pay $60 for that crap.
Don't rain on his parade, Tekken.
I'm just saying, I burned through the story mode in Injustice in like less than a day.
That's true.
So
They aren't very long.
doing the same thing in that one eventually.
Well, all right. I have a question, but different segment. All right.
An answer.
Continuing
Continue.
May 16th.
No, that's the question. I want to know what it is now.
Objection.
Well, because like technically, you know, fighting games have a lot of replay value, but you don't play like Mortal Kombat type games for their fighting. You just play them for the story now,
There are certain games
which admittedly
tropical,
are pretty amazing.
in the genre that I will play a lot, but I have to be a fan or enjoy them. Injustice is not one of those games. Neither is Mortal Kombat. It's like, if you're not Street Fighter Tekken, get the F out. I mean, Guilty Gear's like going up. You know, they've gotten better. So, you know, I'm looking forward to the whatever the one that's coming out in, I think, May. So I guess we'll get there when we get there. But yeah.
Next one is Farpoint for PS4.
Isn't this VR only?
It is VR only.
Well, I don't have VR, so not playing it.
Assuming you had VR though, does that one seem interesting?
Tropical. I guess so. The trailer looks cool. Whatever. I would probably not get it though, because I'm saving money.
Money, dear boy, money.
Money!
Money!
Then is The Surge. Also May 16th, PS4.
I didn't know that was
and
coming out
PC,
next month.
Xbox
I have
One.
too many games coming out next month already. Oh my gosh, I quit this year.
I don't know what
I
this game is.
It's like Dark Souls, but Cyberpunk.
Oh, really? That sounds interesting. Really?
Yeah, because it's on like, well, sci-fi, I should say, not Cyberpunk. Sorry.
You almost had me, because I was like, there's not a lot of Cyberpunk games, and that's one of my erogenous zones. But then it wasn't Cyberpunk.
No, sorry, I forgot. Like the genres confuse me sometimes, but yeah, it's sci-fi. So it's like Mass Effect meets Dark Souls would be more accurate.
I don't believe you.
Well, they said it's supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to be.
That
so
sounds like people should be gushing over this in the streets or something with that.
well, the problem is, it's like it's one of those things. Like most people are like, well, if it's not Dark Souls, we don't believe in it, kind of thing. So they're not talking about it. So it's only been getting a very light press coverage, which is fine because I'm still going to buy it because they decided to end the Dark Souls series because they hate me, which is fine because I haven't supported them for years. But I'm not bitter about this.
Well, this is sort of an aside about that. Like, the marketing of The Surge has not been. You know how like I think Lords of the Fallen. Is that one of those type of games?
Yeah.
Sort of. they basically came out and said, we're like Dark Souls, but like a different game. And The Surge has not said anything like that. They're all about, yeah, it's like, well, I guess they use the same descriptors, but they haven't gone out, and said directly, we are like
We're a Souls game.
sci-fi Dark Souls.
Yeah, everyone else has been describing it as that. I mean, they haven't said it, but we all know the truth.
Yeah,
It's
like
fine.
when I finally saw the gameplay, I was like, oh yeah, this does look like that type of game, except with like robots and stuff.
Robots.
Well, yeah, it's sci-fi tech, and we just went over this. Where have you been?
I'm just
Because like
saying.
the marketing stuff that I read was all like, yeah, this is about like tactical combat, and you can like choose to hack off different parts of your robot enemies, and
Oh
then
yeah, you
use
can
them
beat things
as
with
like
your
your
robot.
own parts and stuff. And I was like, huh, okay.
So it's
So
kind
then
of
yeah,
like that one game. It's like Dead Space meets Dark Souls meets Mass Effect meets that zombie game that's on the Xbox that people play.
Dead
That one.
Rising?
Dead Rising.
That one, yeah. I was gonna remember its name eventually, but then I stopped. But it's on the Xbox. So, yeah. It's like all of those things mixed together to make a baby, and the baby was violent. So you got The Surge, where you try to find out the mystery behind The Surge.
I think what I
Actually,
read back then was like the story is about
The Surge. Yeah, we
like
just went over that.
humans have are mostly unemployed because robots have taken all the jobs,
Because we warned
and
ourselves of this as
then
well. Never learn.
the only humans who can work, you have to like be augmented and like wear these robot suits and stuff.
No, so it also meets Deus Ex. Cool. Meeting all the games. Meeting all the games. They're all had a big orgy and had a baby. And then The Surge happened. So is that what it says in the description? Or
No. Do you want to hear the truncated description?
why not? I mean, I'm going to buy the game anyway, but it's good to know.
Set in a heavily dystopian future as Earth nears the end of its life, those who remain in the overpopulated cities must work to
Strip for their life.
All right, next one is a game called Hakuoki Kyoto Winds, coming out on PS Vita.
No idea what this is.
Yes. I have no idea what that is either. But it sounds
I
Japanese.
wanted to play one of the
I want-
older ones. A remaster of the visual novel series Hakuoki set in Kyoto.
Oh, visual novel.
Oh, wait. Is it the one that's spelled UTWCQ2CW massive? All of that? That one?
That's a different game.
Because I was like, I think there is one that's supposed to be coming out next month that is a visual novel, but it's also like a tactical RPG. So, because it's like a turn-based strategy game and all that fun stuff.
Why did they start incorporating visual novel elements in these games lately?
Because they
Ugh.
to make story focused, and that's
They're
how you
cheaper
make
than
this.
animated cutscenes, I think.
So disgusting.
What, do you not like to read?
I just don't like that presentation.
Maybe you should learn how to read.
I can read.
I don't know if I believe you.
It's just cheaper.
So yes, continue with this description thingy now, because I thought this was a different game that it's not. So
Oh, you want more of it?
oh no, I didn't hear the first part when you read it. So something
Wait.
about Kyoto and pie. Or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
I was only half paying attention.
It's just set in Kyoto. Young Chizuru, while
Mhm.
searching for her father, will romance the famous
Wait, this sounds like one of those. What's the game called? That one.
Dating Zone?
One of those.
Otome
Oh.
games.
That yes, one of those.
What's an otome?
I think it is an Otome game.
It's like basically.
It's like a dating sim, but you're a girl.
Yeah, it's like a reverse harem anime, but a game form, kind of. I think. I don't know.
That's
It's weird.
even worse.
But with, yeah.
Or not a reverse harem. I meant like it's a harem, but like in video game form instead of anime form is what I meant to say. Reverse harem would be like all of the people going after. Wait, no, I think that's actually right.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. So yeah, never mind. So it is like that.
Um, Also a Vita game, Operation Babel, New Tokyo Legacy, coming out on Vita, and I guess PC as well.
Sounds Japanese.
Continue the story of Operation Abyss to defend near-future Tokyo from a new threat. This
Dun.
dungeon crawler RPG features a
Dungeon crawler. Been there, done
No one
that.
loves crawlers. No one loves dungeon crawlers. Not even Tekken. And he loves everything. Just kidding, guys. He really doesn't love everything. I was joking.
Persona's a dungeon crawler, isn't it?
Eh,
Kind of.
the earlier ones were
The early ones were definitely.
before they became more like story and semi datey semi and semi other weirdness going on. It's a weird series. It's a weird series.
Indeed. That's 3DS. PC,
So I
PC,
still
PC,
have a
PC.
3DS. Why wouldn't I want to play 3DS games? Why are you
Too
discriminating,
many.
Tropical?
Too
Why are you
many.
discriminating? I want you to tell me what it is, because I might want it.
All right, fine. It's a Cooking Mama Sweet Shop.
I do. I do want it.
Yeah. The next one is May 19th. Something called Skylar and Plux Adventure on Clover Island.
Sounds like that one game that they had on the Wii, but except now it's like two different characters. Was it Zack and Wiki? That was the name of them?
Oh, yeah, there was Zack and Wiki.
There was a pirate and a monkey or something
Yep,
like
that
that.
was
I
it.
don't. I was only half paying attention when I was playing it, but I enjoyed it because it was charming.
It's not Zack and Wiki.
Obviously.
All right. Following the best traditions of third-person platform action genre, Skylar and Plux Adventure on Clover.
That
Aw,
does not
too bad.
tell me much
No.
about what's going on here.
Oh no. I have no idea what's going on with Clover and something and Skylar and that. I don't know.
Anyway, I guess you might be interested in this one. On the 19th as well, Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadow of
It's a remake of that
Valentia?
game that came out like 50,000 years ago, and it's finally getting localized over here in America, so people are going to be able to play it for the first time. Also, it's Fire Emblem, so I mean, I'm probably going to buy it anyway. So, Fire Emblem. It's awesome. Love it.
Then on May 23rd, there's one I can barely read, so let's try it.
That's
Utawade
the one.
Mono?
That's
Mask
the
of
one.
Deception.
That's the one I
PS4
thought
and
you were talking
Vita.
about initially, but then I was like, oh, is that the one that's spelled UTCYBWCT? That one. That's the one.
It's Utawade Mono.
Yeah,
Mask of Deception.
that one is the one that's like part visual novel, but it's like that game itself actually plays as a turn-based strategy game, tactical thingy mabob RPG.
Do you say this is on 3DS?
It's on
No, this is on
Vita,
PS4 and Vita.
PS4. Ooh,
Yeah,
I
so
might
you
get
can
this
share it.
game. I haven't played a console strategy RPG in ages. Unless you count XCOM, which was last gen.
They had an XCOM on the PS4. What are you talking?
And it wasn't gonna pay 60 bucks for that game. That was on PC for like a year or two before it came out.
First of all, it was not that long, and secondly, it
I am a
was
tightwad, okay? Tekken is a tightwad and cheap ass, okay? So,
because XCOM 2 came out last year. It was
but it was
so
on
they
PC
had.
before that.
It doesn't matter. They had one this generation. Is what I'm
I'm just
saying.
saying. There's more to XCOM than turn-based, so there's like base building and stuff, and people
Who
dying.
cares about the building? It's all about building your characters to be ridiculously strong so they can fight aliens and take over their minds and then end up turning into aliens themselves and then realizing they're actually the problem and then causing this whole intergalactic incident for some secret conspiracy that nobody else knows about except you. XCOM.
Yes. Then still May 23rd. There's Samurai Warriors, Spirits of Sanada. Sanada?
F that crap.
Sanada?
Musos can go F themselves every day.
In the
In the
bee,
B.
in the bee. They get it all in their bee. In the F it. F it.
Then MGXP3,
Is this a
the official
motocross?
motocross something video
Every
game.
month, it's like ATV game, motocross game, ATV game, motocross game. No, thank you. I don't play that crap.
Then we get to again Summon Night 6 Lost Border.
Yay, I think that actually got delayed until far later this year, so I don't think that's accurate.
Repeatedly we see it on this list, and it is yet to come out.
It's a
So
lie.
that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere it's supposed to be like September or something now, so I'm pretty sure that's super inaccurate. Oh crap, our Winions.
PC
They did it for us. Nice.
game. Let's see. Next one is May 26th. Guilty Gear Xrd
That's it.
Rev 2.
Yes.
PS4, PS3.
I mean,
And
I'm not
PC.
gonna get it when it first comes out because it usually goes on sale like later, so you know. But they had like a ninja and a samurai, which is cool. So yeah. And the
These
last
games are
game,
so
they
pretty
had
too.
like a whole playable thingy that like told you all the mechanics, unlike other fighting games on the market. Just say, you know, it's gonna say, ooh, which is way awesome. So yeah.
Also May 26th, Rhyme finally comes out for
Yay.
PS4, PC,
I'm
and
excited.
Xbox One.
I'm looking forward to that one. Other
Me
people
too.
say you should wait on that one, Token. It might not be as good because I've heard things about it. But I was like, Gamer 12, you know what you're talking about, so I'm gonna pre-order it, whatever.
I
You
think
know
the
what you're talking
thing
about.
that people have heard is that it was going to be Sony published, and then they like are not publishing it anymore. So people think, what does that mean?
Means get over it. It's happening. This is your life now.
Also May 26th, Friday the 13th, the video game
I
comes
saw the
out.
trailer for this. I think it's just multiplayer at first, so no, thank you.
Ah,
Oh.
Like, the trailer said something about like single player coming later or something stupid. So.
Still could be fun though.
And
It's
I'm not about
basically-
that PvP anymore, so yeah.
what is it? It's basically evolved, but with, I want to say Jason. Is that the right character?
That's him.
Cool. And then finally on May 26th, a game called Get Even for PS4 and PC.
There's a trailer for this game on Game Trailers. I didn't watch it, so I have no idea. So it looks like third person something weird shenanigans, whatever. But whatever.
Dark
Also
side,
Xbox
something.
One.
Oh,
Then May 30th, first game is Locke's Quest for PS4 and Xbox One.
Locke.
Why does that sound familiar?
Because there's a character named Locke in something.
The remastered version of the original Locke's Quest for Nintendo DS. This version stays faithful to the original game's visuals.
I don't even remember
And-
that game, so pass until I see what it was or is now. That seems like an abrupt remastering of like, oh,
Yeah.
it's sprite-based 2D. Well, now it's in 3D. Sexy high-res 1680p, 60 frames.
Then my game, Star Trek Bridge Crew, PS4, PC.
Oh, what do you know? I don't have
Yep,
VR
that's
to
it.
play it. Darn.
Super pumped. My game in the sense that I'm excited for it. I'm so excited.
Do.
Oh no, it's loading. Oh, here we go. Redout is coming to PS4 and Xbox One on May 30th as well.
Oh, also, since like Guilty Gears are second, whatever comes out like at the end of the month, Tekken 7 is like the first week of June, so not gonna happen.
Wow. Tekken 7.
It's like,
Redout? Redout? Hey?
I don't know
Yeah.
what it is.
Redout is a tribute to the old racing monsters such as F-Zero, Wipeout, Roll Cage, and Pod.
At first,
It
I
is
was like,
designed to
I
be
don't think I'm
in-
going to care about this game. But then I was like, I like those games that you just listed, so I will be keeping you on my radar. Redout, even though it's a terrible name, because you're not
It looks
that
pretty
flat
cool.
out game at all. I think there's also a Whiteout game, maybe, or something, and then there's that Wipeout game, and yeah, something out. Not a good name. Punch Out, also a game. So just saying.
Redout in this case is one word. Anyway. Uh,
Breakout.
wait,
also a
which
game.
one? Oh, here. Yeast Origin is coming out on PS Vita.
Yay! It took it long enough, but I'm still not buying it.
And then there's a May
New
31st
one.
release, Dark Rose Valkyrie for PS4.
I have no idea what this is, unless it's that Valkyrie, whatever game. That's not that same game. Valkyrie, not Profile. Valkyria Chronicles. I'm sorry, that's the wrong word, but not because it's just spelled differently. But I don't think it's that game. I think it's something else.
Yep. This real-time combat and action RPG from Tales of writer Takumi Miyajima and character designer Kosuke Fujishima.
Oh my.
I don't think there are any modern Japanese action RPGs I like, so pass. No, thank you.
I just
was it-
noticed there was I've read a ton of Japanese stuff this month.
what was the name of that one?
Dark Rose Valkyrie.
Sorry, I was only half paying attention. I might have to look into that. Dark Rose Valkyrie.
And that is the last confirmed release date, or kind of confirmed, as we've seen with Summon Night 6. These are expected for May, but they don't have exact release dates. The first one is
Oh no,
Last
it's
Stitch
from
Goodnight.
Powerhouse, so it's probably terrible. Never mind, I'm not buying it.
Last Stitch Goodnight coming out on PS4, PC, and Mac.
This doesn't
I
sound
don't know
like it's a
what that
good
is.
game, but that's just my instinct telling me.
Is a side-scrolling action adventure that violently embraces a new mythology. After you survive a near...
You said there's like a stitch in that title, something stitch, something.
Yes,
So I'm guessing
Stitch
there's like
Stitch.
I'm guessing there's like some accident with your surgery or something. Whatever.
Then there's NBA Playgrounds coming out on
Actually, I was somewhat
PS4 and
interested in this
Switch.
because it was like, hey, this is like Super Mega Baseball, but in basketball form. And we haven't had a NBA that
Jam?
one Street. Was it Street? on
Street.
PS2.
Yes, Street was on
That
PS2.
was- yeah, and I never got to play that back when people were like, "This is a good game." So
None of them?
nope.
Wow.
I didn't think about them. I was just like, man, those look fun, but I'm not into that anymore, so I can't do it. Sorry.
Then Danger Zone is coming out PS4 and PC, and I think Xbox One.
I don't know what that is.
Nope, PS4 PC. A 3D vehicular destruction experience from former Burnout franchise
I
alum.
saw an article about this on Twitter, but crash mode overrated. That's my
Right.
response to that.
I like Crash Mode. And finally, Chroma Squad, PS4, Xbox One. Already out on PC.
No idea what that is.
Chroma Squad is a tactical RPG about 5 stunt actors who decide to quit their jobs and start their own Power Rangers.
What?
I think it's similar to that one game. What's it called? I forgot the name of it, but yes, that one.
This is sounding very close to my erogenous zone. I might have to check this out. Too
I
bad.
got
I
It's
to
mean,
see
like
this at
6 days
PAX
before
one
Tekken
year.
7. Thanks.
it's a very old school style, art style and everything, and it's
It
like,
is.
yeah, it's like retro looking, and then you kind of build your own
Mix.
mechs and stuff and all that fun stuff.
Oh, this is. I'm gonna look this game up on the PlayStation Store. What's it called, Tropical?
Chroma Squad.
Chroma Squad.
Chroma Squad. You can put your squad in my Chroma. Chroma Squad.
Oh my.
Well, while that's happening, that was it for the month of May.
Because I
At
think it's already
least
released on
according
PC.
to releases.com. Yeah, it's already out on PC.
Ooh, I can look up gameplay then. Oh, it's on the PSN browser store. I'm gonna look up gameplay later. Chroma Squad.
I forget how we usually end the segment.
You
That's
have
the
a
end of that
disclaimer,
segment.
I think, of like, just kidding, not for realsies. Come back next time. Woo!
All right, that's as good ending as any.
Gameplay.
Talk a little bit of news.
Oh,
for the
I'm
week.
sorry. This game. Oh my gosh, it's all up in my erogenous zone. It is like, oh man, it's like I didn't even think like that's why I love games like this. It's like I wouldn't even think to combine a tactical RPG with weird senpai squad stuff. It makes me
Senpai.
happy. It makes
And
me
when
so
he thinks
happy.
about it, he touches it.
And my erogenous zone is yeah. Gonna look at the gameplay after the podcast.
All right, first up, new PlayStation Plus games have been revealed for the month of May.
And
The
the
lineup.
winners on PS4.
PS4 is Tales from the Borderlands and Abzu.
2 games that touched my erogenous zone. Just saying. I liked it a lot. Both
He
of
did.
them.
He spoke about it. He gushed. He did things that he shouldn't have done. But it happened. It happened.
On PS3, we got Blood Knights and Port Royale 3, Pirates and Merchants.
Sounds fun.
I don't know what Blood Knights is, but Port Royale 3 I wanted to try. And then on Vita, and both of these are cross-buy with PS4, so also on PS4, Laser Disco Defenders and Type Rider. Type : Rider.
Like the machine.
I'm not. No, not writer. Type
Like
rider.
you're riding on
Like
type.
you're riding on it.
So
I
you're riding
don't
the
know.
machine.
Maybe.
Is there a description for it?
Nah, they just give you titles. I guess I could look it up, huh?
Well, at least.com. You were just there.
Rider. I don't think it's new, so. Typewriter, a typographical video game.
So you actually type on a keyboard?
Uncover the history and secrets of fonts and characters in a fascinating and unique experience. Play as 2 dots and travel through the ages.
This does not sound exciting at all.
Like it stimulates my
No.
erogenous zone at all.
No.
Of typographic styles and techniques, from the rock paintings of prehistoric times to pixel art of the 2000s.
This is not
Solve all the riddles by
stimulating my
writing the
zone
most popular fonts and characters.
at all right now.
Garamond, Helvetica, Times New Roman, Comic Sans.
Yes, I'm in. I'm in.
In a very captivating musical and visual environment.
This sounds ridiculous.
I need to make a mouth noise for like when my erogenous zone goes flaccid, because that's what just happened with thanks typewriter, whatever the F.
Let's read the pull quotes from the back of the box.
It made
You
me
never realized fonts could be this exciting. That was Kotaku.
said no one ever. Oh,
Typewriter is a reminder of just how beautiful stories can be, regardless of what they actually say. Kill screen. The final fantasy of video games. Haha! Encourages players to learn about type by exploring a world of fonts. Mario style. By Fast Company.
Oh my goodness, these all sound just awful. Awful. And I don't like puns, so whoever did that, quit your job.
Final Fantasy. All right, what was the other one? Blood Knight?
Yes.
I don't think we've done this before. This is something that I should prepare in the future.
What, looking up games on a gaming podcast? That's something we do all the
Before the gaming podcast. Blood Knights is a hack and slash action role-playing game.
Of course it is, because what isn't?
Developed by Deck 13 Interactive and published by Calypso Media, also from Germany. Game features 2 playable characters, Jeremy, a vampire hunter, and Alyssa, a vampire, that Jeremy becomes ritually bound to on a quest to retrieve an artifact that can cause cataclysms. As single player and local co-op. No online co-op. Generally negative reviews upon release.
Ah.
That was the wiki, by the way. I said I should look these up beforehand. And not just read them straight live.
But it's pretty exciting.
Do you know what Laser Disco Defenders is?
No
Probably
idea.
about lasers and discos, I'm assuming.
Disco Defenders.
Mm.
Help the Disco Defenders take out the evil overlord, Lord Monotone, and save the galaxy and its taste in music in this groovy twin-stick shooter.
Well, at least PS4 getting awesome games next month. Yay!
Awkward.
Sorry, peasants that haven't upgraded to the sweetness that is Pro Mode Engage or just sexy PS4ness.
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite got a launch date.
Yeah. I mean, it was weird because I saw it, but then like at the end it had like that sweet collector's edition. I was like, how much is it? It doesn't say. And then I found out later and I was like, kind of expensive. Kind of expensive. Also kind of annoyed that they adopted the Street Fighter V character release model. Like, no, Capcom, why?
They have a character pass.
Yep. So you're not getting all the characters at launch, and they're going to slowly dull them out over time. They might even have some weird fight money currency. Who knows?
It's going to be Infinity Gem shards.
Yeah.
This is a very cool.
Yeah, it comes out September 19th. They showed a new story trailer. Apparently, Ultron and Sigma from Mega Man X turn into one robot thingy.
Do a fusion dance.
Ultron Sigma.
Clever.
And stuff goes down.
Is it they want to destroy the world? Because I'm
Probably.
guessing they want to destroy the world.
I saw some gameplay.
Yeah,
And it's kind of weird because I was like, seen so much Marvel 3, and then it looked very much like the 3D character models on a 2D plane, and not the sprite based of oldie times. And I was like, I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it's not all sexy sprite-tastical-y. Sprite-tastical. So I don't know.
This did look really good. New characters they revealed as part of this announcement: Ultron, Hulk, Thor, Hawkeye, Rocket Raccoon, Chun-Li, Strider, and Chris Redfield. In Persona news, Atlas has eased up on their streaming restrictions. Apparently, they feel that their overlords took the criticism to heart. So before it was like you're only allowed to stream up to 90 minutes, and if you stream anything past the in-game date of July 7th, then you have been warned. Is like what they said.
Well,
and now they're like
stuff happens at that date,
and we don't know if this is true. Or let's not cast doubt on it. Basically, they've said that they want to apologize to people who saw the previous guidelines post as threatening. We wanted to be transparent about what we do, and the reason we released the guidelines was to give streamers the right information up front. It was never our intention to threaten people with copyright strikes, but we clearly chose the wrong tone for how to communicate this. So now you can stream any content up to November 19th, which is like right before like the end section, I guess, of the game.
So 4 more months?
I'm in November right now. So that means they don't want you to know the secret.
It's on. And the 90-minute restriction has been lifted as well. Yeah, I guess it was less about, for them, it was less about restrictions and like copyright. It was more about setting like etiquette for the whole community. Is like, okay, this is how you don't spoil the game for other people. Don't stream past this part and don't make them super long. And so yeah, that's that happened. That's nice.
Yay. I still love you, Atlas. Not so much Sega.
And then the new Call of Duty was announced this week.
We don't need to talk about this crap. Whatever.
Of course we do. There are people who are fans of the series.
What is crazy about this? All right, so I've bought and played every Call of Duty
Disgusting.
that's come out.
Disgusting.
Except for the PS2, like, other one. But anyway, the new one is called Call of Duty WW2. World War II. They're going back to World War II. And they showed a trailer that was all in-game footage. And it was like, it started with the Normandy landing. And then there was other, like, World War II war stuff. And it was very... Personally, I think it's going to be kind of a hard sell. Because watching that trailer is like, you know, I'm someone who actually plays these games and thinks they're okay. And I watched the trailer, I was like, why do I want this? We've seen all of this stuff.
Because it's going back to
The
a
circle is complete. The regurgitation era can begin.
It's going back
We
to a
will
truth.
re-pump out the games we've made before.
And you don't know everything about World War II. You don't know about that one guy who was staying in that house.
That's true. And yet, this doesn't seem like that at all. You know, when they made World at War, it was the reasoning kind of was like, we have done the European theater to death. Let's do some Pacific theater. And they did Pacific theater. And then this one is just, they're like, well, maybe everyone's forgotten, so we'll just do the same thing, but prettier.
I don't know, dude. There was a whole era, you know, Medal of Honor kind of came into existence because of
Battlefield, and then there's just like a bunch of them.
The like storming of the beach D-Day thing. You know, that
was done to death.
We've done that a lot, and it feels very strange to be doing that again and being like, this is the showpiece. Like, that's what they started the trailer with. Like, this is the showcase of the next Call of Duty. I was like, I mean, sure, it looks better and all that, but that's all expected. You know, what is really going to be very interesting for this? And I don't know that
there is anything.
Also, since we're not in the future and we're in the past, we already know how the story ends if we look in the history book. Just saying.
We do know how it ends.
Hell Hydra.
You're so
good. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't know about this one.
You're going to love it. It's fine, Tropical.
That's probably true, but that's because I'm not like
normal.
I'm not negative.
Yeah,
I like stuff.
You're weird.
I like stuff. Finally, I saw this weird story today on Gamasutra about the creation of Kirby's Dream Land. Apparently, it was programmed on a twin Famicom console. There was no keyboard for that console, so he typed the code for the game with a trackball and an on-screen keyboard.
That seems like that would take forever.
I can't imagine it.
That would take
He
forever.
says
How many words per minute? That's very handicapping, or whatever.
very slow.
You'd say. Hamstringing.
He said at one point, this was an interview. Let's see, there was a Kirby musical performance in Tokyo. And so the founder of Sora Limited, Sakurai Masahiro, he was there. And they talked about this story. And at one point he said, it's like using a lunchbox to make lunch. Anyway, I cannot imagine typing code without a keyboard. All right, that's my news. You have news?
Nope. Sure don't. This time.
I think there was actually another release date that I thought was pretty. Oh yeah, Everybody's Golf is coming to the US as Everybody's Golf on PS4. And it's coming out August 29th. So is Hot Shots Golf over?
Yes. Now it's for everybody.
No, it's
Not
for
just the hot shots.
All right, that's all my news.
Okay. Time to end the episode and stuff. Thingy stuff.
Yeah. Zazam! And I'm done.
Tropical, you're supposed to say whatever. So yeah, internet people listening, if you're still out there, check us out on the internet. Aimlesspodcast.com. Aimless Pebble Z. Just Google us. Maybe you find something else that you like better. That's cool too. Whatever. Nothing wrong with that. I don't know if there's anything wrong with that. And anything to say before we sign off, RPG?
I saw the sign
Anything to say before
and
we sign
opened up my eyes. I saw the sign.
Anything to say before we sign off, Tropical?
What's love got to do with it? Got to do with it.
This is what we started. So, until you see her from skin, Aimless Pebble
Well, I'm
Z.
torn. I'm all out of faith.
And we're now
This is-
signing. Oh yeah, I guess also
holding
sorry
up a
about the
shame.
technical difficulties of
Sorry,
like the
you're
stream
taking over
crashing or
before.
whatever. Maybe we can get it resolved or not.
Illusions never changed
But yeah,
into something
until you
real.
see her from us again, Aimless Pebble Z, and we're now sign off.